when I was pointing out Justin Bieber and his new developed career, I'll just take a glimpse of the exchange of sort of aging factors that sort of seem to have developed over his career. So, of course, it's being managed, but you have to sort of question, why these things are being done. Anyway, so I'll just give a little bit of an overview of how he was supposed to be at various stages in his life, and how he is now. So it's just a tiny little comparison. It's not going to be very in-depth because I couldn't be bothered and I don't want to dwell on it for a very long time. It's just sort of pointing out these factors. So his new career is started with this one in 2009, like I've mentioned before. That seems to be one of his debut albums, and then it's goes on to a range of other albums. 2010 he was like this, so obviously he's got a pretty young image there. He's obviously around 15 here, and around here he's 16, so that's sort of the advertised how he is. And then you've got 17 here, and you've got around 19, 20 here, and then a little bit older in their mid-20s here. So I mean, all these pictures could have been taken at any time. I mean, they're not necessarily taken directly in certain years, but you just see this is his career, how it is advertised now. So I'm going off my memory to make these comparisons to try and give an idea of the kinds of way he seemed to look back then and how he is advertised as looking now and how he is now kind of aspect. So it's sort of just combining what I noticed was the past and comparing it to the present. So I do swear that he's had a career before. And so if I were to digest in pictures how he looked at certain stages, this is sort of how it was. So in around 2002, he looked around like this age. And so around there, he was 15 turning 16. And so according to his biography, he would have been aged 8 there in 2002. So I'm saying he looked like that in 2002, but everyone's comparing him to his biography. He was aged 8 officially, okay? And so then in around 2005, he looked around like this. And then he was around 18 turning 19, around 2005. But technically speaking, according to his bio, he was aged 11 there. So he sort of looked like that. And I did put their heights. Hang on. I did put their heights. So we'll go back. Around 2002, he was allegedly advertised as being 15, turning 16. But his actual age was apparently 8, and his height was 5'9". In 2005, he was advertised as being around 18, 19. But his real age was actually 11, and his height was around 5'9". And then in around 2007 to 2008, he did go through a period where he sported a little bit of a mustache. I thought I'd put that in. And then I wanted to put in this a full-bodied picture with this image. Obviously, it's his Ghost film clip, but he was looking like that around 2007, 2008. And he's actually quite tall. So he was, at the time, around 2008, he was supposed to be around 21, 22. And then, according to his bio, though, he was actually 14. And so his height was roughly 6'2". So that's what he used to be. And now it's advertised as 2009, he was age 15, and he looked like that. And then around 2015, he was age 21 and he looked around like that. And then around 2017, he was age 23 and he kind of looked like that. So you have, stage 1 and 2 of the development of his career, and they totally chopped all this off to redevelop it from starting age 15 at 2009. So, it goes with the aspect that around this age, when he was sporting a much taller look, he was unofficially advertised as being aged 21 to 22, but then his real age was like 14, and so the next year after, he's being advertised as age 15 and starts his career all over again, and that's when you find that his career started. So you've got like this person who was like an adult being re-advertised and redone as, once again a 15-year-old, and then it's like continuing on his career from there, and it's like, that's pretty trippy. So that is like the idea of what's been sort of spurning around my mind ever since like this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so weird. It's really triply weird. Obviously, it's really weird to know that, some people get like a second chance, and it's like, once again, I suggested the aspect that they're trying to reconform his career to his biography. So even though these were what were, it's turned into, this is now what he is, and you're like going, that is so strange, that you have someone who's grown like this up until a certain point, and then it's all been changed and conformed to be more like this. You're sort of like going, what's really going on? And it's like, it's a really strange thing to happen to anyone's career, and it's like, so odd.